Soul Calibur 3, checking the memory card. Namco. They don't say it anymore, man. Oh, those are not just in fighting games, by the way. Those are in every game back then. Yo, look, it's Namco. Remember Galaga? Remember Galaxian? I don't think people even remember Galaxian. But yes, Namco is still playing on the effect of them being an arcade game company, even though it has nothing to do with their games now or even during this time. But look, it's like a special intro just for this game. It's only to shield the fact that they're THX approved. It's certified, and so you know it's going to be good. Produced by Namco. Maybe a little too cinematic and make it really weird. Yeah, Namco again. Did you see it the first time? How about the second time? How about the third time? Yo, Project Soul. That was awesome. So Project Soul is like the main group that worked on Soul Calibur. So this is what happened at the end of Soul Calibur 2, I think. Is that he finally got free of being the Azure Knight and he stabs Soul Edge with Soul Calibur. Yo, this intro's good too, dude. I don't know if there's a bad Soul Calibur intro. Look at that font, though. Look at that. Oh, straight from Mount Doom. That's such a sick visual imagery, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that mountain. Yo, look at our protagonist, dude. He's a protagonist to me, okay? I know some story events are canon that don't really involve him, but he's the main guy. I mean, there's Nightmare. Oh, look at the Vision's hot tip. He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna be back to Nightmare again. Look at all these people running in, dude. Oh my God, it just kept getting better and better about the visualization. Uh-oh, it's Nightmare again. Okay, this design I don't like. He looks too much like a unicorn here. I'm playing Soul Calibur and I still get surprised about how long these intros are. Dang, look how good he looks. My goodness, is this Advent Children? Oh, who's this character? This is another new character in the series. What the? Did you just kiss a bird? You're gonna get bird flu, dude. Dude, they solved this in Soul Calibur 1. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Sophatia and Cassandra. Ivy versus Savanta. Yo, father-daughter battle. Let's go. This is hype. This is, oh, yeah, baby. Oh, the Gunblade! That's a very unique take on a Gunblade, I gotta say. Compared to ones you see in Final Fantasy VIII. These two fighting? Taki and Voldo? Haha, she's like way too green. Dang, Raphael's way too green too. What is all this green? Yo, now this is a sick anime scene. Yeah, burst. No, it's too strong. I think I know what's happening here. Look, I'm free from Nightmare, but yet again, Nightmare exists. Because in this game, they're two separate beings. It's like the soul of Soul Edge or whatever in his own suit of armor. And then it's Siegfried by himself. Uh-oh. Who is this guy, you may wonder? Well, this is the aftermath of Solomel transforming into Abyss, which we'll get later on. And it's supposed to be just to set up the plot of this game. That's what the intro's here for. Of course it is. Soul Calibur 3. That's sick. I love the lightning. I know Namco loves lightning because they put all the Mishimas and all that stuff.
Soul Calibur 3.
All right, so we're back to the intro. Let's go. Simple intro. We got stuff in the movie background. So this game's weird, and we're already starting out in the weirdness. That everything is now descending horizontally instead of a vertical menu setup with books on it to tell you what they are. I don't necessarily mind this, but it is weird, especially comparing it to the past 3 games. So now you have to get into a mode within a mode now. First thing we do, see, you got a nice book here, and it actually tells you a screen of what the thing is. Very nice. I like this inclusion into the Soul Calibur series compared to Soul Calibur 2's menu, but Soul Calibur 2's menu is much easier than this, I think, in my opinion. It's not really that much different, but look, they listened to me. They went back in the past. See, what's great about this game is they actually just show you the tutorial instead of putting it in the mode, you know, which is funny, because that's what I was saying in the other games. All right, so this is your practice mode. This is your full roster. These are supposed to be for random characters. Random is in the middle, and then random bonus characters. We got characters coming back like Cassandra, Taki, Mitsurugi, Siegfried, of course, Nightmare, Ivy, Astaroth, so on and so forth. You can see them based on their character portraits, who they are, right? They're very notable at this point, so I don't necessarily have to go over all of them. But look at this guy. This guy is just Edgemaster, by the way. I don't know why he exists. Why wouldn't you just put Edgemaster in? Look at this. This is the boss of the game. Abyss. Certainly a choice. I gotta say, certainly a choice. We'll get there when we do arcade mode. But I want to show off the game in practice mode first. Yoshimitsu's design is really weird. Don't like this design personally. Bonus characters in here, and it tells you characters who appear in other modes are selectable. The guy who is a main character in Soul Edge and Soul Calibur is designated being a bonus character. Why? You're telling me you couldn't have slotted him in somewhere? They just replaced it with Young Swung, but like, what's the point in having both of them? I feel like there was a weird dispute in Project Soul where they couldn't decide which which one of these two swordsmen they wanted to leave or whatever. Look, Revenant. Look at this. You can play as a skeleton dude. Greed. We have a character named Greed. Miser, Valeria. This is where we got, like, we're starting to inflate the roster too much, or we're just getting a lot of characters. This character's actually important later on, and she's a bonus character in this game. So this chick is actually the character in the beginning of Soul Calibur 2 telling the soldiers to go off in order to hide Raphael, because apparently she is the adoptive daughter of Raphael. Crazy, I know. Also, you can choose weapons in here. They don't have to need separate modes for it, which I think is better for this game. But we're gonna play Siegfried. Who cares about anyone else? The Ancient. No, give me Soul Calibur. I don't necessarily like this Soul Calibur design. Also, when you choose the model, it takes a little time to load in. A little bit of time. But you can tell it's a 3D model zooming in, just like they did in Soul Calibur 2. I like Soul Calibur's 2 left and right and the character screen in the middle. I think that was the best type of character screen, and it's funny enough because they do the same thing in Soul Calibur 4 anyways. As you can tell in the character portraits, just like Soul Calibur 2, they change it up. You can see in the portrait the different costumes that you can get. But hold on, there's more. There's more than just costumes in this game, right? You have costume 1. You have costume 2, and she even changes her facial expressions based on which costume you choose. They also have edit colors, where you can actually go in and edit the colors of the characters now, which is awesome. Don't matter, just fight Nightmare. Giant squid. When you go to giant... Okay, we're getting, like, goofy now. This game gets a little too goofy, in my opinion, but there's plenty of stages now. There's a lot. Can't really be mad about that. You can still taunt in the screen, too. That's good stuff. I do like that full screen portrait. It's pretty much Soul Calibur 2. I don't really have much else to say about this. If you see my Soul Calibur 2 video, it's pretty much the same. You side dash back to... I don't know if it's a little bit... It feels faster. Maybe a little bit because I haven't played Soul Calibur 2 in a while. When I mean a while, I mean like a week. But it feels good. It's not like it feels bad. You still got the slow walk stuff, everything that was already in Soul Calibur 2. So it's not really trying to improve that much on the formula. There might be some attack and defensive stuff that's new in this game, but I don't know how relevant it really is. Like, look, you got the kicks, you got the grabs that are the same. And they're the same animations, not like they're crazy different. But I think this game is different from Soul Calibur 2 by having, like, Nightmare being a separate moveset than Siegfried, since technically now they're two different beings. What is this difficulty setting? This is insane. You got your command list counter, start, replay, everything that is and hasn't been said before. I know it's a lot of repetition in these. See, that's a different moveset than Siegfried. See, he does that horizontal strike, but this guy does a different one. Oh, you see that? Yo, that's a sick grab. That's new. All right, we can go back to return to title screen. There's nothing else to say here. It's kind of a shame, too, because I like this background art, stuff like that. Soul Calibur never really fails in the art department. History. So we got system settings, you got subtitles on, off. Obviously, default is on. You have your different modes, which you could select things. Dude, does this game need extremely hard? The easy, normal, and then it's hard, very hard, ultra hard, and extremely hard. What is this, Doom? Now the default battle time is 50. Obviously, I think I said that in Soul Calibur 2. Battle count, stuff like this, default. Obviously, green is default, which I still think is a nice feature. Nothing really much there. Controller settings, they don't have the 3D controller. It's gone! It's so interesting to me that neutral guard in this game is automatically off. I think neutral guard is just a good concept for a 3D fighter. So you don't have to worry nearly as much about guarding so much, but I'll leave it off. I think it's more challenging that way. So we gotta adjust display. We got the classic stuff here, but I wanted to show not the brightness. Screen ratio. So this is important in this game compared to Soul Calibur 2 is that you can play in widescreen if you want. You can still play in 4:3, but it'll squeeze the screen as if you're playing on 16:9. So if you want to play this game in widescreen, you're more than welcome to, but the default, even in 2005, I believe when this game came out for PS2 only, it was in arcades, but it was also only on the PS2, which is the reason why this game didn't sell nearly as well either. Deciding to go out of your way to only make this on one console instead of spreading the love around with the Xbox and the GameCube was a bad idea, especially when you already had cameo characters in the past and they don't have any cameo characters in this. If you're going to commit to having cameo characters, you should have committed to it for this game, and especially since Soul Calibur 4 does bring in cameo characters. So we got new stuff here. Okay, so that's stereo, right? This is Dolby Pro Logic 2, which is a form of speaker type, and you have the Surround X, which is why it was THX approved, which we're going to keep it on that. You got to be a voice language. You could obviously do English and Japanese. All right, single player mode, baby. Hails of the Souls. So this is your arcade mode. I'd probably just play Siegfried. I think I've already played as Siegfried, but if you notice there's spaces missing because the bonus characters you can't play with in arcade mode. And also the bonus random characters you can't play. Can't use Abyss because Abyss is the boss. And these two are memory cards, so that's why those slots are gone. It looks ugly. When you have random missing pieces on your character thing that isn't just because you're missing a character makes it look ugly. But I do like the background for this. I do like the setup. Visually, a lot of Soul Caliburs aren't bad. They do make it look interesting and cool, and I know kind of like these PNGs are kind of blurry, but you see that the bottom is Soul Edge, the top is Soul Calibur, and they're oppositional of each other. Let's get goofy. Where's red-haired Siegfried? No, that's terrible. Actually, let's go blue-haired Siegfried. I mean, we could choose our weapon in this, which does give bonus stats to it. Look how good Soul Calibur is. Well, when you're starting out, you won't have it, so let's just pick Requiem. It starts off like you would in... Wait a minute, Tales of Souls is an arcade mode, is it? And it tells you all the stuff here just like that. Like they would in the Weapon Souls mode. I don't know why they did that. Just tried to take the secondary mode and made it the arcade mode. This is what you're working with in terms of Soul Calibur 3's HUD. You have the actual face of the character there, just like in Team Battle. And then you have the green as the health bar, which looks more metallic than it does like a plastic color. And you have the background just being like a vial or like a container. But what you can do in this mode is you actually choose where you want to go. So let's seek power. Let's get more Nightmare on it. Confrontation is actually from Soul Calibur 2, if I remember correctly. Also opening quotes when you battle, just like Soul Calibur 2. And it tells you who you fight versus rock. I do like the font, though. I always like they try to keep in the spirit of like this medieval type font that would be used in a fantasy setting, too. A good combination of both fonts makes it really good. The font is in Capcom colors. So this is where this game kind of gets a bit weird and goofy. We have special segments where Zaz Salamel, who is the boss of this game, I know Abyss is, but Zaz Salamel, spoilers, is Abyss. As already said in the beginning in the intro. They just show you it. It's not a secret. You know? I get in the intro, you're not supposed to be able to insert it, but it's like, who survived the explosion? Yes, there are quick time events in this. I don't know what they were thinking for this. I really don't. This is not an addition that need to be in Soul Calibur. This is not Resident Evil 4. This is not God of War. This is a fighting game. And I get that you need to have good twitch reflexes or to do fighting games to press the button at the right moment, but this is not the place nor the time. It's an unnecessary addition to this game. Didn't need to be here. I do like the stage though. And this is like classic Soul Calibur where the ring outs. I might as well join him. You don't have time to join him anymore, but yeah, having quick time events in this game was not a good idea. So you can either avoid chasing him or you pursue him. I'm going to pursue him in this case. There's actually a little bit of player choice. But I think you end up the same way, you just do different battles. You still end up fighting Abyss in the end, it's just whether or not you go fight certain characters. The water looks really good in this game too. I'm actually impressed with the water here too. Oh, yeah, we have the prepare to defend yourself. Oh my god, what is this? What is this battle? What? What? Oh, get out of the way. No way. Did I just lose? But his health went down. I am like awestruck. I am flabbergasted what just happened. So despite destroying the Colossus, have its health all the way down, I still died simply because I didn't get out of the way. I didn't experience this when I first played Soul Calibur 3. But the fact that that just happened is a bit ridiculous, and I think that's gone in Soul Calibur 4. Thank goodness. That is not a good idea. All right, moving on. I guess it has no impact on the story. You don't even fight him again. Wait, is this another quick time event? I didn't do this one either. Oh my god. Dude, 2 buttons? 2 buttons for a quick time event is insane. If you fail, you actually get punished. You start out with less health, which is not fun. I'm sorry, but it's not necessary in a fighting game to have quick time events like that. Especially in a cutscene. Don't do quick time events in a cutscene especially, dude. We're gonna stay on the ship and go to... I can't read that, dude. No way. The announcer's good in this game too, by the way. Very good. This stage looks awesome, despite it being just a checkerboard pattern. A nice quadrilateral. I love me some quadrilaterals. Women love quadrilaterals, man. Oh my goodness, it's Lizard Man. See, this game's much harder without the neutral guard on. You really gotta play more defensive when neutral guard isn't on. I think this might be on extremely hard. I don't know if it's harder to ring out in this game or not, but it sure as hell feels like it. Talum is cooking me. Wait a minute, are those special Talum weapons? Wait a minute, they're using special weapons? Oh, no wonder they're doing specific things. Another entity besides Nightmare. Wait, are we finally fighting? Oh yeah, it's Raphael.
You will regret not killing me when you had the chance.
Hey.
You're no longer human, are you?
Dang. I think some characters got an updated moveset. Especially, I think Raphael did. Raphael's crazier in this game, I think. There we go. Get off the stage. Let's go swimming. Nightmare no more. All right, another quick time event. I better press it right this time. I don't remember all of them. Did I press it? I guess I did. I guess you could just spam it out, as you probably heard on my controller. You just spam it out.
I knew you were following me.
Yeah, Nightmare, let's go.
Let's settle this once and for all.
Yeah.
Unforgivable past.
Let's go. It's not going to be settled, but... oh, a low grab. There's also low grabs in this game. I don't think I really talked about that enough. Yes! Yes! Finally! Okay, working on that grab game. Did you notice that was infinite time too? Oh, loading screen. Oh man, there you go. Look, Soul Calibur is still stabbed at the Soul Edge. Oh god, another quick time event's coming up. Notice how Zalamel wasn't here for like most of the time. He just pops in. Soul Edge makes sense as the boss. This guy does not. You know, and he's like, oh, we're playing on the whole Grim Reaper thing. You get it? I don't really care. He's just a new character that comes out of nowhere. It's like, now I'm the bad guy. And I get that using a Soul Edge as the enemy all the time is obnoxious, but this just seems out of left field. It'd be different if it was like a mystery and it was revealed as a character we already knew that went to the dark side that we didn't know about when time passed, but this is just out of nowhere. And I don't think he's really that great of a boss, especially when he basically gets removed in the next game as, oh, I blocked that one, so that was only a one button press. I mean, Algol I think is better than him, and I'd rather have Inferno. But look at this! This is cool that you do get Soul Calibur to fight this guy with. Some people get Soul Edge, others get Soul Calibur. I do like the background change. It's definitely reminiscent of Soul Edge, is being able to have the background change based on what happened. You got literally meteors falling from the sky, like it's the apocalypse. If this was on normal, I'm gonna lose my flipping mind, because it wasn't that hard when I played this game. Look, Abyss is defeated, and they just copy the same death scene that Inferno does. What's the point? You try to make a different character, and he just does the same thing that Inferno does, or Soul Edge. What's the point? Why even put a new character in if he just copies the same stuff? I mean, he's got a different moveset. That's not my point. He's got a unique moveset, which is good, but he just barely any story relevance. Look, this is 3D, yes. Back to 3D and arcade endings, yes. So good. Oh, no! He's coming back. It's funny, it's default. Look at this. That's what I said. I like Siegfried's character arc. The other characters I don't really care that much about. It's insane. Oh, did I press it? Oh no, did I lose? Wait, did it work? Wait, what? Did I do it? So you get alternate endings based on whether or not you do a quick time event, which to be fair is what was from Soul Edge, and I did kind of compliment that, but you had way more time to do it. I thought that was a cool idea, but I don't like it in this game specifically because of how random it is. It's not the same button for everyone. If it was the same buttons for everyone, I wouldn't care nearly as much, but the fact that it's 2 buttons at once definitely makes it worse. And then you have the credits. Look, you got gold, so you can buy things.
Soul Calibur III.
Hey, that's Siegfried's voice, which is awesome because you have other characters that announced in the beginning as well. Kind of like Soul Calibur 2 did. So you have a shop in this game. This is what the game leaned towards, was buying things to do things. Or buying weapons instead of winning them, which I don't know if I like because this causes way more grind. Look how many weapons there are. That's 1 row, 2nd row, 3rd row. You have to buy all of this. All of this. Good thing I have as much gold as possible, even though it's not needed now. But this is absurd. We're getting to grinding in a fighting game, which is going to turn people away. People do not like grinding in a fighting game. That's not what they want to do. They want to fight, okay? With as much as they can. Better yet, I'd argue people like earning things in-game because that was the standard until DLC and all that stuff come around. But this is what I like to call prototype DLC. Is they're testing how long people want to grind in a game and whether or not they'll use in-game currency at this point instead of currency outside, you know, in real life. To buy things. This is just bad methodology in my opinion, dude. It costs so much. I mean, you see how much gold I got for beating Arcade was 60,000. That's nothing. That's nothing. I can't buy even this weapon. I know this is a really good weapon, but that's my point. You can't even buy the best weapon of one character. And that's only with weapons. This is one of the 3 shops that you could buy things from. But all the chicks here are hot, by the way. They're beautiful. They're attractive, I should say. Welcome. Oh my God.
You looking for anything in particular?
Maybe what you got, lady, because I think I already got everything here besides you. But look at that, you got the E3 opening movie, but this is all where the art is, and it's expensive. All these weapon demos. Look how much money this would take. This would take dozens of hours of grinding to get all this stuff, unless you had a cheat code or something.
You. Please come again.
You too, lady. Have a nice one. Yo, what's up, lady? She's got a creepy smile though. She got hit with the Joker toxin in this game. This is where you buy your armor. Yes, you can get armor in this game now for character customization as well, which we will get to, which is one of the best features Soul Calibur ever added was character creation. Look at the price of all these things. All of this is too much. It's too much. Grind it all the time. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. See you later, hot ladies. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Thank you. No, I won't. Maybe for you. So there's a tournament mode in this game? I don't know why. 12 consecutive tournaments? So I'm just going to show this off a little bit, but you have tournament and league mode. I mean, you can choose whoever you want. Let's do Owlman. Because I think you could choose which style he uses. Look at this. This is 1 tournament. Are you out of your mind? You got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many battles you got to do. You got to do like 5 battles. You got to do a lot of battles. Yeah, he has special voice acting like. But look, he fights like Huang or Young Swang. So So you could just choose which playing style he has. Also, it's best on default 3 out of 5, which becomes a mainstay in later Soul Caliburs, which is insane for this mode. There are way too many battles and way too much grinding. What's the point of choosing the playstyle if it's just going to switch anyways? I guess it's cool you get to start out with your playstyle, but I don't get why it needs to be random at the second thing. It says normal for quick play, but does that mean arcade? I don't know if that means for arcade too. I think it does. So I just got mollywopped in normal mode. I don't think World Competition is really that great and just adds more grind to the game, which is unnecessary. So here's Soul Arena. Oh, so this is the quick play. So this is the difficulty of quick play. I don't know why they did this either. Looking good as always, babe. Let's go. Moving on. There isn't else much to say. You fight 3 battles, I think you fight Abyss. That's it. We got to talk about character creation. We got to. I know this video's all over the place. So we can do 2 different things. We can color edit or we can create a character. I'm going to do color edit first because it's the easiest one. So you can just choose what color. Look how many color options there are. Amazing. This is the good thing about Soul Calibur 3. This is one of the best parts about playing Soul Calibur 3 is being able to do this stuff. You put any color you want. You want just like pure white everything, you can do it. That's not white, but close enough. But that's it. That's all you do is just change the colors. All right, so character creation. So in this game, it's going to be like the other story mode that we'll be getting into. You can choose your gender, male, female, wherever you want. All right, but now there's specific class types. And there's multiple. It's not like there's little. So you got barbarian, monk, thief, dancer, saint, ninja, gladiator, pirate, sage, assassin, knight, samurai, and swordmaster. A living legend with no equal. Hell yeah, let's be swordmaster. Look at this guy. Are you kidding? Dracula. I don't know what the stats the bottom left mean. I think it's actually your stats on your character. So armor actually gives stats if I remember correctly. But look how many options you have. Insane amount of customization for this game, especially for this period of time of just being able to put armor on. But like as you can tell, the stats in the bottom left change based on what type of armor you have. Look at that. You can have them clip through the thing. And they give stats, too. What? Do beards give different stats? Oh, my God, they do. What were they thinking? But there's so many different customization options and a lot for each one. And they all have, like, a gimmick to them. They all have a similar theme when they're in their own set. All right, so not only can you customize each individual part, but you can customize each individual part's color. You could just do an all, or just all white now. Also, you can change the face. 15 different male faces. You got anime boy, anime protagonist, and then you got the oldest man you've ever seen. You change the eyebrow, lip, and also change the voice. All right, so now we can use that character, I think, not anywhere. We can't use Tales of Souls. Okay, so you can use your custom character in quick play if you wanted to. So that's what the memory cards are for, is being able to select your custom character. Oh, since I'm Swordmaster, I could just choose whatever I want. There's one last mode I want to show before I make this video way too long for this game, but it needs to be addressed. This is where they just took like a right turn in terms of making content for this game. Chronicles of the Sword. This used to be the secondary mode where you'd unlock the weapons, right? Where you earn money and unlock the weapons back in the day. Soul Calibur 2 just made it super long to where you'd have to grind. But you could play as any character. This is a whole new concept, and you'll see when we get into it. Probably should have never been made for this game. People might like it, but I just don't think it belongs in Soul Calibur. Hey, remember this screen? It's the same for here. So let's go for a female character this time. All right, so it's just the same as the custom character screen. I don't really care. That's, yeah, I don't know. Sure, you look fine, lady. Let's go. Profile. Hold on. Oh, no, Swordmaster. Swordmasted. You're sword-masted. Let's go. Finish. Get in there. So you can customize your character for this mode. Change whatever you want.
This is another tale of souls and swords.
Yeah, so this is completely different to what you're used to in terms of going after Soul Edge or Soul Calibur. And it has an animated intro, which is nice. I do like this intro. But, like, why are we doing 3 Kingdoms in Soul Calibur? I mean, there's already hints of that kind of stuff in there, but that's not the main plot. But this is literally just taken from 3 Kingdoms. Okay? Like, there are literally 3 kingdoms that are battling against each other. But they're all trying to go after the sword, which is also why it's related to Soul Calibur or Soul Edge in the first place. This is more used to it as well. These type of PNGs and images that fade in and fade out as well. The Art of War. Wow, Sun Tzu much? Look at this! Fire Emblem? Look at this! Alright, then I'm going to teach you baby birds what it means to be a commander. What? This has nothing to do with what Soul Calibur is or its identity. There's victory and loss conditions. Look at this! Select sortie members. What? What are you talking about? Why is this Fire Emblem now? You can equip weapons to them now that give different stats. You have to add people to your team. This is an infantry guy. He's level 1. He's got health bar. I could change his unit type if I want. Look at this map. What is this? Muso map? Fire Emblem? I don't get this. Why is this in Soul Calibur? All you do is just click a character, point to area, and move them. That's it. And I know this is tutorial, but like, why? Yay, look, you don't even get to do any. You don't even get to move the character. I hate that. I don't. It's like, what's the point? We got to get the other person out there. See, the other person was held up there, but since they're cavalry, they move faster and they just attack the buildings for you. It's like it's a real-time strategy game in Soul Calibur. What? Like I said, you gotta wait until all these things go down. It's like, this is not Soul Calibur. All right, so when the tower actually gets low and there's a person in it, you can now battle. That's the Soul Calibur part. See, and you gain experience too, just like Soul Calibur. Oh, well, to be fair, you do it in Soul Calibur 2 as well, but you could choose any character, which is what I really thought that mode was more for, instead of just choosing one character and doing everything individually. That's just grinding, too much grinding. See, you won! Ta-da! Now you get that tower. Just like in real-time strategy games. This mode would take you longer to do than probably every other mode to combine. You know how insane that is to say? In a fighting game? I guess that was the norm for Namco during this period of time, especially when Tekken 5 comes out. I mean, Tekken Force was a nice side mission. It actually had purpose to unlock a character. I can't say that for this mode. I don't think you unlock a single character or weapon in this mode. This is just a side thing to do. So it's like, well, what's the point if it doesn't unlock anything? It's just, this might as well be a separate game. And you can tell this mindset goes on later on with the Soul Calibur branding. I mean, for all those real-time strategy fans, you'll want to play it, go ahead. If you enjoy it, I don't, because it's not Soul Calibur anymore. It's an entirely other game. So you can either have them fight for you or you could choose the battle. I usually just had them let them fight for me because this is real-time strategy, dude. You're going to be sinking hours into this. But see, you notice how my health was impacted because of health on the main map? You might as well just do this because it's faster, I think. And if you want to guarantee victory instead of relying on the AI to do the work, then you might as well just control it. Yeah, because you can't decide to battle. You have to wait until the fortress gets destroyed. Look how long that fortress is going to take down. That's why you need 2 people to go over and do it, but I split them up so I could do it. Instead of just carrying both of them to every spot, I split them up because I could take care of these enemies. Fun stuff. Decisive battle. All right, let's get in there. Even the tutorial is boring. Why would I want to play the real game? Natural time waster for nothing. You know, because the shop's there, right? And you get gold playing arcade in every other mode, then what's the point? Because you can just unlock weapons with gold. That kind of negates the whole point of unlocking as you play, which is what the original goal of Soul Edge was. Gosh, that experience gain is so bad. I understand it's a tutorial, but I don't think it's that much better outside of the tutorial. It's like the worst part of Civilization, I think, and Fire Emblem and all those games about moving troops to a specific land. Civ has a lot more going for it, even at this time. This game does not. It doesn't have like the treaties. It doesn't have building other forms of civilization. It's just attacking fortress and move forward. So there's 2 characters now. Nope, I can't even send them in. Never mind. No tag battle. Oh, see, you get more experience for beating people that are higher level, but I'm not even a third of the way there. Notice also that didn't give experience to my second guy. Are you kidding me? God, that's why you have to battle with individual characters as well. So I don't think that gave experience to my second guy. See, it gives you an end result of what you gained in all this. And there's like special things you gotta do as well in terms of your assessment. That's how you get gold out of this. Occupy the enemy base, lose all your main, all allied. Okay. See, now I got 3 guys now. Oh, so they actually do go and attack your tower. Okay. Oh, you can just battle automatically while you're in the tower. So that doesn't mean I have to fight 2 people at once? Yep, I gotta fight 2 people at once. Interesting. Oh, that damage output is insane. Are you out of... He's level 4, I'm only level 1. I haven't gained enough experience. Are you serious? It's over. Wait, do you just keep your health then and they just keep destroying the tower? How does this work in a loss? Oh, they're retreating. Well, I'm good. So mission mode is where you collect... Whatever, who cares? Look, I'm using an ore. Isn't it funny? Look, it's mission mode where you have to select certain missions and the details of how to do it. Remember that from the other game? Why is this a separate mode? Oh, I never showed off Night Terror. He's the secret boss. Yo, okay, so Night Terror is where Nightmare is basically an upgraded form. Look at this final form boss. Why wasn't he the boss? Why is Abyss the... You make this cool guy who's just true ogre. Oh my god, yeah, that was bad. Oh, that was a sick move. I think I could bring him out. What'd I tell you, Namco? Crouching tall characters look like they could be grabbed. Oh, I didn't talk about the museum yet. Dude, I am taking so much time with this game. It's insane. So this game has a museum just like Soul Calibur 2 where you can look at all the nice stuff, right? All the high-res images, the illustrations, the background images, publicity, posters that they use, the special, the movies, all that good stuff. Got Battle Theater again, Exhibition Theater. Nothing really crazy or different from Soul Calibur 2. That's pretty much it. This game is exhausting. There's so much in it, and not for the better. You know, the glossary's good, too. I didn't talk about the glossary at all, but this is nice. This is a nice add-on to let you know what things mean and do. I think you got my thoughts on Soul Calibur 3 overall. It's a weird game. It's definitely a weird inclusion, especially being sandwiched in between 2 and 4, especially when it had lower sales, not just because of the additions it had, but also just staying on PS2. That was not a good, wise business move in order to gain better sales. Thanks for watching this review and retrospective of this game. If you want to play it, you're more than welcome to. If you like real-time strategy, you would have that for you. If you don't want to do any of the fighting stuff for a billion years, you can grind in this for a billion more. All right, have an excellent one. Bye-bye.